One of the problems we're trying to solve is race data. Now, for those of you who are brand new to racing, welcome to the game. The game of racing is actually a data game as much as it is a driver feel game. And I can wax poetic on the driver feel element where driver feel completely mismatches against data. So you always have to have both. And so driver feel is really a consideration of how communicative and how good the driver is at being able to communicate feel through the wheel, feel through the chassis, feel through the pedals, and feel through the entire movement of the entire system at play. And so if you ever think of Daniel Ricciardo, he has videos of him saying, like, I just drive the car. I don't really know what's going on. You're not a complete driver, Daniel.
Yeah, like I'm kind of not sure if my name's Daniel, David, Darren. I don't really know anything anymore.
Makes two of us.
Like Zoolander, when he looks into the puddle. Who am I? Or is it the puddle? Yeah, anyway. What'd you ask me?
As much as you have an amazing smile and you are actually fast in a Red Bull, the reality is a complete driver is someone who is able to effectively communicate the driver feel of the system and the platform, matching that with what the data is telling us is the ideal line, the ideal turn-in, the ideal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so the data matters, especially as you're getting to the higher levels of racing or even competitive racing at any level. Data matters. And so one of the biggest problems is data from races, data from sessions, data from the car is completely siloed in all of these different systems and all of these different platforms, technologies, and databases. And so one of the things I'm really excited about with Garage ID is with Garage ID, we're able to begin tracking all of the data from race day, from race control, from tech inspection, from driver notes, from engineer notes, to team notes, to race control notes about the team, right? All of this data really matters. And one of the problems is being able to have all of that data, not only for that one event, that one race day, or that one track day, that one testing and tuning day, but being able to connect that data to drivers. As you guys well know, some of your favorite drivers, especially sports car drivers. So like your Sebastian Bourdais, for example, like love him, right? He drove IMSA. He drove the Cadillac for IMSA, and then now he's driving the Cadillac for Jota Hertz over in WEC. But he also races GT3 cars. He also races Miata. He also races all of these other racing series. And so that racing data from the WEC, the racing data from IMSA, the racing data from Miata, the racing data from the GT3 versus the LMDH, the GTP cars, or any other spec cars that he races, all of this data is all over the place. And it's in these different systems, and they don't share that data. And so at the end of the day, we believe that data should live with the driver. The driver's the one that's creating the data. The data is being output from the driver's efforts. That data should be tracked with the driver. And so what this allows us to do is, as you begin, for everyone out there, as you begin your racing career, you'll want to begin documenting all of the data that you have about the car you're driving, the platform you're driving, being able to bring in the tech inspection, the tech sheets. All of that will follow you and your profile throughout your racing career. So one of the things that I'm really excited about with Garage ID is the ability for beginning racers. Let's say you're in middle school or high school, you're starting off with the karting world. We'll be able to track with your input. So there's a little bit of engagement that's required here, but we're going to be able to, in the future, be able to ingest a lot of data from different places that are disparate, all into Garage ID. And we'll be able to have an entire history of your racecraft, of your race knowledge, of your racing experience, of your race series and the podiums and the wins and the DNFs and all of that can follow you and track with you for the life of your racing career. And this has never been done before. And I'll tell you, like for me, like all of my racing data is in notes like this. And I'll probably show one right up here, right? So that's where all of my racing data lives, in these places. And so for me, this is terrible. It's 2025. There should be a system that enables us to be able to capture all of this data and be able to put it all in one place. And so that's one of the things that we're excited about with individuals, users, collegiate racing series, individuals that are coming into Garage ID. We want them to fill out their profile. We want them to begin their racing journey with Garage ID so that we can track everything you're doing and be able to celebrate you as you grow as a driver and as a human. And so this is something that I'm really excited about with Garage ID and the Collegiate Racing Series and all of the effort that we're putting behind putting all the racing series in one place with the Garage ID, which certainly the Collegiate Racing Series is going to be a big part of. So super excited about that. Stay tuned, my friends, for more updates as we continue to grow and change the racing world.
See if you can touch.
Just forget the camel toe here.
Yeah, I think because I just have amazing natural abilities. I'm the epitome of human high performance. It's just hard. It's just hard to be humble. It's really hard.
Are you happy with your hair?
I don't know, I haven't seen it. Probably, if you've asked me, then it must look shit.
End of term now, how would you give yourself a grade for the term?
I want to say probably an L for loser.